Art Week continues here on WGN as we spotlight local artists and their work.
Tonight, WGN's Mike Lowe has a story of a man from Evanston who's providing a burst of energy into the traditional art scene.
If you're not sure what pyrography is, don't be shocked. Eric Beauchamp sheds a little light on the subject. At the end of Maple Avenue, just across Noyes Street,
it's a city-run building,
sits the Noyes Cultural Arts Center of Evanston. But the building's basement,
science and art,
is the real intersection.
And mixing technology and art.
This is Studio B13.
There's a wood shop, a mad scientist lab, and an artist studio. So it's a mix of everything.
And 54-year-old Eric Beauchamp is the carpenter, chemist, and creative mind behind the artwork being crafted.
What I do is I create art with fire, with heat, and so it is pyrography. Since I'm pretty much the only one who does this specific type of work, there's really not a kit to buy, there's not a book, there's not a class. You know, it's really, you figure out what works, you know, and what doesn't.
He became fascinated with electrical art when he saw a display of Lichtenberg figures, typically smaller pieces that show patterns of electrical discharges.
And I looked at it and said, it's beautiful on small scale. But as you start scaling it up on its own, it becomes very chaotic and random. I kept saying, what if you could control and manipulate the current?
Through a process of experimentation over 2 years, he learned how to manipulate high voltage electricity. And through that experience, he has a warning for beginners.
It can be extremely dangerous if you tried this at home.
But once he mastered the skills, he found he could essentially draw out the electricity to draw on the wood.
There was a point where it finally clicked, where it was finally I have control. Control is probably an overstatement. I have the ability to manipulate the natural process to make it do what I want it to do.
His art is based on a phenomenon called dielectric breakdown.
And it's a breakdown of the wood as the current goes across it.
Since electricity doesn't flow through wood, Beauchamp transforms from a carpenter to a chemist and mixes an electrolyte solution, then sprays it on the wood, making it conductive. Then, with custom-made sleds to carry the currents, some 15,000 volts, he fires an electrical charge that slowly spreads across the surface, seeking the path of least resistance.
The movement of electricity over the surface of the wood.
And when the smoke clears, there are intricate patterns called fractals burned into the wood. The patterns resemble nature.
You know, someone may have an interest in lightning. They may see lightning. Someone may be into geography and they see a river delta and tributary system. And so there's this combination of how nature's there and how different people connect with it.
Because his art evokes violent storms and barren trees, it's often stark. So he sometimes softens his creations with bright colors or dried flowers.
It's an expression of emotion, makes people think and feel. If a piece of art makes you think, it makes you feel, engages you, I think it's part of human nature, it's a human spirit to it.
His career has had nearly as many branches as one of his pieces. He earned a college degree in psychology, then worked in software, real estate, and carpentry.
The path is not straight, and there's you can keep turning and twisting.
Twisting and turning just like his work at the intersection of art and science. In Evanston, Mike Lowe, WGN News.
Our series continues tomorrow with a look at the softer side of art.
And by the way, as a reminder, all of our Art Week profiles are available right now on our streaming app, WGN+.